Well, thank you for coming back to the Recycled Cottage and Garden. If it's your first time, welcome. My name's Angela, and this is my little YouTube channel. And right now, I'm going through the ABCs of personal growth. We're almost to the end. Today is the letter Y for yesterday. Before I get into this, I will say that I hope that you'll check out the rest of the series. If you're interested in where this series came from, there'll be a link in the description box below that tells you where to find the article where I got these ideas from, and I'm just giving my take on it. So you may or may not agree with me, and that's perfectly fine. So today's letter is Y, and the word is yesterday. Always makes me think of the old Beatles song. Um, Yesterday. The article's advice is learn to leave it behind. Yesterday is gone. We can't change it. And tomorrow isn't here yet. So focus on the now. Focus on today. Focus on right now. What can you do? What do you need to do right now? That's always hard. I think it's hard for everyone. Um, and I actually kind of like to dwell on yesterdays, especially when they're good ones. However, article has a point that we need to keep moving forward. If we don't have forward motion and keep learning and keep growing and keep moving forward, then we become stagnated and dissatisfied with ourselves, our life, and everything around us. That's been my experience. Um, I don't know what more to say on that. Um, I can't say totally leave yesterday behind, but I think yesterday should be remember the good memories of the yesterdays and to hold them close, um, but don't live in yesterday. And I think that's the focus of the article. Don't live in the yesterdays, how things used to be, especially if there's been changes in your life that have been fairly large. Mine has. Um, I have relocated 2 states from where I was and where I really only know one person, and that's the person I'm living with. So, um, live now and plan wisely. So, if you're living in the now, how do you plan? Well, you know your mind's going to focus on what you're doing right now, but it will also spend some time focusing on where you want to be, things you want to do, things you want to accomplish. So that's things that's going to happen in the future, whether near future or further out. So if you plan wisely, thinking about it today and thinking carefully, then you're going to grow a lot more and be a lot happier and achieve things a lot easier if you can plan wisely. And that means taking your time to think things through, not just jumping in with both feet without looking where you're jumping. Um, but it also means don't getting stuck in the yesterdays. Don't get stuck doing the same things over and over and over in the exact same way and not being happy with the outcome because it's going to be the same outcome over and over again. Um, yeah, I will agree with that. It's kind of the gist of what the article said for this one. Um, and I agree with that because I knew if I didn't leave where I was, nothing was going to change. And it would probably be a long time before I was able to make any changes. With a little bit of help, I was able to make this major change. And I had to make some tough decisions in order to make this change, to move 2 states away, to move into a tiny apartment, a 1 bedroom apartment with me and a roommate. His room's the living room so that he doesn't disturb my sleep because he's a very early riser. And it's open to the kitchen area, and he'd be making coffee and stuff. So to give me privacy and to give me some peace, he took the living room, which isn't that much bigger than this bedroom, really. Once you get a bed in there, it's not at all. But I don't sleep in a bed, I sleep in this chair. So I have more furniture than most people probably put in a bedroom. I have 2 work tables for my crafts. He's built me a really nice bookshelf, which is 4 shelves right now. And then I've got a little table that he built under the window. Um, so I've got everything I need. But I'll say this: the 2 work tables, which are folding tables, was the only furniture I could bring. I had to give away all of my other furniture. I had no choice. It's like these are the only pieces, they were the only pieces that I could bring to my parents' house when I moved from the mobile home I was in when I lost my job. So I brought only the most important ones. And there were items of furniture that I let go then that I wish I hadn't. Well, this time was even harder because now I was down to the pieces that meant more to me. Mom's keeping one for me. That was a cabinet that belonged to my grandmother. And she's also keeping my nice big new sleeping chair she bought for me when I moved there because I had no way of getting it here. I couldn't rent anything to get it here. Everything that I did bring, most of it I shipped through the post office. Books, craft supplies, blankets, clothing, everything. The only things I did not ship were jars of food that I'd canned. And I couldn't even bring all of those. Some of them I had to leave with Mom because they wouldn't fit in the car. And I brought 4 tubs of breakables. But I couldn't bring everything because it wouldn't fit in the car. So I still have pictures for the walls that mean a lot to me. That because of the size and the glass factor and all of that, I did not want to ship them. I knew they'd be damaged. And some of them are antiques from their family photos. They're antiques and antique frames. I didn't want those broken or damaged in any way. I have some original artwork. I didn't want damaged. So Mom's hanging onto those for me. And she's hanging onto my chair. And she's hanging onto the cabinet. Hopefully, at some point before too long, I can get back there and get it. I don't know about the chair. This one is fine. It's smaller. It's a regular recliner. The other one was an oversized one meant to be a sleeping chair, which it's a great chair. But this one will do. And I don't know where I would put the cabinet. I don't really have a space for it. But if there were a way to get it here, I would get it here. It means a lot to me. There's a few breakable items besides the pictures that I would like to have. Don't know if Mom is willing to let those go at this time yet. It may be that those get to be in my possession after she passes. But hopefully that won't be anytime real soon. She's only 89. You know, give me a break. Or is it 88? Maybe it's 88. No, it's 89. No, wait. No, she'll be 89 this year. She's 88. So, anyway, don't get stuck in the yesterdays to the point that you can't function in the now and that you can't plan for the future. That's kind of my take on this. And I'm going to stop it here. I have one more video to do, and so we'll leave the description or the address for the article of the internet in the description box below. You can go check it out. I do have a playlist called the ABCs of Personal Growth. So if you go to my channel page, you can just click on playlists and find that one, and go watch the whole series if you're interested. I mostly do crafty type videos, whatever crafts I'm working on. In the past, there have been some gardening videos, and there have been some canning or cooking videos. I'm not doing that at the moment. Being in an apartment, I don't have a place for a garden. I do have some herbs growing in a pot, and the tallest ones are about an inch tall. I'm starting those so that we've got a grow light. So I'm working on that. If nothing else, I want some pots of herbs. And that may be all I have sitting in a window or under the grow light, whatever is going to work because I don't get direct sun. I have a south-facing window. I don't think it's going to give enough sun. So, that's kind of what my channel's about, is crafting stuff, sewing, embroidering. I make journals, I make jewelry, beaded jewelry. You know, sometimes try my hands at new things that come along. So if you're interested in crafty stuff, definitely check out what I've got so far. I'm hoping to be a little more regular with posting. I know with moving and everything, things were a little out of whack. But hopefully we'll get a little more regular with this. And for now, I'm going to stop for today. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you'll come again.